Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I'm bringing you another episode of the Powerbook 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 8, Street Struck. All right. If you're new here, welcome. We do reviews of all kinds here. All right. And if you're returning, welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to my channel and comment, and we will begin. All right, so Marvin stick up Quan and his gang, okay? He robbed him for his money and his diamonds, all right? And so then he leaves basically everyone for dead, and he definitely had to kill Quan because his stupid ass took his mask off. And he gonna say, "You Rock's brother?" Yeah. So he know who stuck him up if he was still alive, but he is not alive. So and all his boys are not alive as well. So anyway, so Lou and Amani, they smash, and so they talk about they make their relationship official, with their sex glow and with the Isley brothers playing in the back, drifting on a memory. Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. Oh, that's my song. Loving you. Well. All right, moving on. All right. So, Amani said that you just lost your mother, and if I'm here for you. She said, that's heavy. I'm here for you if you need to talk about it. He said, I don't even know what to say and what I feel about it. And so she said, well, no rush. I am here. I'm not leaving. And he said, me neither. With the V in it. Me neither. Okay. All right. All New York slang. Me neither. Okay. So B-Rilla is met by Julius and Kenyatta outside the deli liquor store. Okay. I put liquor store, but it's a delicatessen. It's a delicatessen liquor store because he came out with some liquor. Okay. So they said that they going to the right house now. Okay, they thought they had a lick on the wrong house. Now they're gonna go to the right house. And so B-Rilla was like, no, the cops are already on high alert, And he said, and also the guy moved his money out of the house because he nervous now. So Julius was like, he lying. Why the fuck you lying? He lying. Okay. He said he lying because he's scared. And so Kenyatta was like, listen, we going back to the house and you coming with us willingly or unwillingly, okay? Okay. Unwillingly or willingly, okay? So that's it. So Rock is staking out unique spot. Okay. So I guess she gonna tell Detective Gonzalez where unique spot is because that's who gonna come visit him in a minute, okay? So I was like, maybe she telling the cops where Unique is. Anyway, so Kanan and Juke is in that same breakfast spot, okay? Kanan was like, OC gone, ain't nobody seen him. And so Juke was like, well, have you talked to his mama? And he was like, no. He was like, well, I'll go talk to her. And so Kanan got all excited talking about, for real? You and me fucking with this shit? She was like, no, I ain't signing up for nothing, okay? I'm just going to talk to OC mama because it'd probably be more receptive if it come from a female. come from, a girl, than a dude coming over there talking about, hey, you seen OC? Yeah, I got you, Juke. I got you. So, Juke also always asking who put Famous down, because, they still want to know about Famous. Kanan was like, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking it's Rock. And Juke was like, Rock love Fame. Who you talking about? What you talking about, boy? Rock love Fame. Okay. And so Kanan was like, well, she loved D-Wiz too. And you see what happened to him. He said, I saw her, giving some money to the police. And so, it is what it is. So Kanan was like, and so Juke was like, I don't think she would do that. And so Kanan was like, there's nothing my mama would not do. And so she said, I'm her son. He said, so I know there's nothing that she won't do. So he said he gonna go talk to Pops and Snaps about their connect with the police. Okay. So I think they're gonna find out that those police did it, and then he gonna trail it back to Pops and Snaps, because he remembered the police. So he said, I'm gonna talk to them because they gotta connect at what is it? At the police station. So OC trying to talk to Unique, trying to get out of town. Okay, because he said Kanan is looking for him, and because he know he stole his money. So Unique was like, listen, I'm not sending you out of town. I'm gonna send you on vacation, and he kill him. Okay, and throws him in the dumpster. Okay, you can't kill him and throw him in the dumpster. Okay. All right, so B-Rilla try to rap, and he can't keep his rap together. So Lou asks him what's wrong, and so he tells him about them trying to do a lick at the label head house, and they shot up some folks, and then they want to do it at the now how do they know where he live now? That's what I want to know. Okay, because he got the address from I don't even know where he got this address from, but he got the address, and he rented this house. So how he know where he moved to? How he know where he live now? I know B-Rilla didn't tell him. So how he know how Kenyatta, whatever his name is, know where the label head house is now? That's my question. I don't know. But anyway, they trying to do a lick at the other house. And so, and Luke was like, man, you fucked up, man. You fucked up. So Detective Gonzalez goes to visit Unique in his little clothing store hideout. Okay. Where he so they go in the back where OC took his last breath. Okay. They done cleaned it up. I don't know how they got the bullet holes out the cushions. Cause that's the same couch. And I don't know how they got that blood out them cushions. Okay. Cause it's an old couch. So I know they ain't got no new ones. So I don't know, but Unique took him back where OC took his last breath, because he was on the couch and while he shot him. So they got bullet holes in the couch and everything like that. But he took him back there to talk because, Detective Gonzalez want to talk to him. So anyway, so he go back. And so Detective Gonzalez was like, I want to talk about your brother Ronnie. And so Unique said Ronnie had his own life. I don't know who he fucked with or who he was fucking with, And so Detective Gonzalez said, well, you're the prime suspect in the matter. The unaliving of Detective Howard and Ronnie. He said, because my guess is that y'all was doing business together and they turned on you. He said, so you are the main suspect in that matter. And so Unique said, you a fucking clown, man. You fucking clown. So anyway, so Pops and Snaps asked Kanan, who do he know who took out Quan? And so Kanan was like, what? That shit, he said, shit, I ain't even know. He said, I ain't even know who took him out, okay? And so Snaps was like, well, I heard your mama was involved. And so Kanan was like, this is the first I've heard of it, so I don't know. So then Pops was like, you need to watch the company you keep. You ain't gonna move to a higher plateau if you don't watch the company you keep. And Snaps was like, if you hang around with suckers, you're gonna be a sucker. That's his mama, y'all. That's his mama, okay? I can see if that was anybody else. I can see if that was the cousin, the uncle, the even the daddy, okay? But nope, not the daddy, because look at Tariq. But that's his mama, y'all, okay? He can't turn on his mama as much as he want to turn on his mama. He can't turn on his mama, okay? When it come down to it, okay? Okay. Anyway. So, Kanan was like, listen, can you talk to your connect at the police station to see who did Famous? Because we think is, the cops killed Famous because, somebody from the streets, paid them to do it. And so Pops was like, we can reach out to our people. And so Snaps was like, well, let us know something if you hear anything about Quan. So Marvin goes to receive his cut from early. Right? Okay. Marvin asked, well, what happened to the guy that wasn't paying your money, in Howard Beach? And he said, well, we handled it. Me and Londale handled it. That's what you told me to do. He said, handle it how? He said, well, his money is no good here. And so Marvin was, he was mad. And he was like, man, he said, he was like, high up in the mafia gang. And so he was like, well, that's what you told me to do. You told me to handle it, so we handled it. And he said, Londale got a big mouth. He said he did 5 years because he couldn't keep his mouth shut about how he stuck up a check cashing place. He did 5 years on that because he talked too much. And he said, Early was like, listen, this was your call. Okay, so you told me to handle it. I'ma handle it. Okay, so now he in bad standings with Stephano when he find out. Okay, so Marvin and Rock talked to Safis. Safis said the drugs will be here within a week. I know that's right. So Rock got to go talk to high ass Damon. Not Damon. High ass David. Oh, Jesus. Okay. To let him know that the work is coming. is on its way, and you need to get your trucks ready, okay? And so David gonna say, well, I can't wait until your drugs get here.
Emotional, damn it.
I know Rock was like, oh my God, please. Oh my God, please. It was.
Emotional damage.
Oh my God. I know Rock got emotional damage on this because she got to deal with him because Marvin killed everybody else. Well, no, Marvin killed his daddy. Yeah, because he was trying to go talk to the police. Anyway, so Pops and Snap. Pops and Snap go talk to the Connect in what's the name? In the NYPD. Snap said, we actually wanted you to handle this little nigga because what he was saying could track back to us. Now we got to worry about your sloppiness. So basically Pops and Snap put out the hit on Famous. That's fucked up. So they got to get the wrath of Juke. They got to get the wrath of Kanan, Juke, Lou. And you know, if all of those people got to get the wrath, so they got to get the wrath of Marvin and Rock. Okay? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right. So the cops was like, that's that Stark kid, right? Yeah, we'll handle him. Okay, let's see how they handle him. Okay. You can't handle him too hard because he the star of the show. So you really can't handle him too hard, okay? I'm just saying. Anyway, Unique tells Russo, we don't have a product without Juan. And Russo was like, so find another Connect. And so Unique was like, we gonna let Rock fuck up our business. And he was like, Russo was like, no, she fucking up your business, okay? She ain't fucking up my business. Okay, she fucking up your business. I expect payment, okay? I expect my payment on time at the beginning of the month. At the first of the month, wake up. I expect payment. So she fucking up your business, okay? And he said, and we don't even know if she was behind she was behind that hit anyway. So then Unique was like, but we looking like straight bitches out here. He said, no, speak for yourself. Russo said, speak for yourself. I'm looking real good in here. He said, just give me my goddamn money. Must be the money. Shout out to Deion Sanders. Yeah. Okay. Just bring my money. Okay. On time. At the first of the month. Wake up. Cash your checks and come up. Yeah. That's it. So Lou goes to talk to Kenyatta, letting him know that B-Killer don't want to do this lick. And ain't no money at the white man house. Kenyatta was like, I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't appreciate your accusation. Lou said, I don't give a fuck. Lou is so calm, cool, and collected. I don't give a fuck. So Julius was like, well, you should, because you ain't even got no muscle behind you. So you better go sing a song. Nobody listening to your bitch ass here, okay? He said, so it's time to go. So he pulled out his gun. And so Lou's like, all right, I'm going to leave. So Lou leaves. Then Kenyatta, whatever his name is, said, I'm gonna kill both of them. B-Rilla and Lou. Okay? So the next day or the later on that day, I don't know. They go stake out the studio. Okay, they go stake out the studio when they see B-Rilla and Lou go in there. So they stake out and they just waiting for them to come out so they can surprise them, so they can, off them, right? Okay, so what had happened was, okay, so they waiting. So B-Rilla come out. And he was like, let's go get him now. That's Julius. Let's go get him now. He was like, no, we gotta wait. We're gonna wait. You gotta wait for Lou to come out so we can get them both. So, cause if they kill B-Rilla, they gotta go into the studio and find Lou, and there's cameras and shit in the studio. So they said, so we gotta wait. There's probably cameras outside the studio too, but we gotta wait. So, so then Lou, sneaks up, and it was like,
surprise, motherfucker,
and he shoot him, kill both of them. He pull up on the side. He walk up on the side. and Julius turned, and it was
surprise, motherfucker.
Okay. Yeah, that's how you do, Lou. That's how you do. Got them both.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. So Marvin go tell Rock that Early and Londell killed Stephano man, but because Marvin told him to handle it, and Rock pissed off. Rock is pissed. She said Londell, who did it big, because he couldn't keep his mouth shut. So Marvin was like, I'm gonna fix it, and he does by killing Londell. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at his demise, but he handled it. He snuck up on him while he peeing outside. They ain't got no toilets in the garage, so he peeing outside because they was playing cards. Him and Early and some other folk, they were playing cards, and he had to go pee, so he had to pee outside for some reason. And then he got Marvin snuck up on him. Anyway, Unique goes to Pops and Snaps trying to find a new connect. Snaps was like, well, that's some big talk for somebody who just lost their connect. And so Unique was like, well, one drop, 10 niggas will replace him. And so Pops was like, so we just two of the 10 niggas? Is that what you're trying to talk about? We just 2 of the 10 niggas? Is that it? And so he was like, no, because y'all are you're irreplaceable like me. So we can partner up with Phil Russo, because I'm with Phil Russo, and that'll put more money in your pocket, just more so than Kanan's work, because that's where the money comes. And so Pops was like, we'll think about it. So Unique was like, well, you got to move quick And she was like, listen, we'll think about it, okay? So get the fuck out of here. Let the adults talk, okay? Get the fuck out of here. Snaps it, do snap, okay? So Stephano asked who took out Quan, okay? Marvin said, I heard it was a robbery. And then Marvin tells him that the product is going to land here soon, and we'll be back in business. He said, so we gonna spread past Southside Jamaica. And Stephano said we gotta fix our own backyard before we try to step out anywhere. He said, because with Unique and the Jersey Boys, we got along. We got to get along right here. And he said, you got to keep your eye on the ball. And so Marvin said, I'm gonna knock it out the park. And so Stephano said, by the way, have you heard anything about my friend out in Howard Beach? He said, no, that's white people work. And so he said, well, when I find that person, he gonna be wearing concrete slippers. And so Marvin's like, well, I'm glad they don't come in my size. And Stephano said, one size fits all. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. One size fit all, okay? Kanan wants Crystal to go to her family in Connecticut because he can't keep her safe. Crystal says she believes that Rock didn't have anything to do with Famous death. And yeah. So Crystal also goes to visit Rock before she leaves for Connecticut. Crystal says his friends keep dying, and I feel like he'll do something he'll regret. And Rock was like, well, who does he think is killing his people? And so then she was just like, ask him. Crystal was like, ask him because he thinks it's you, Rock. He thinks it's you. Okay. But Crystal was like, I ain't in this part. Just ask him. And so Rock was like, I'm asking you. And then Crystal changed the subject. She says, well, he needs somebody. She said, and you're his mother. And Rock was like, well, there's only so much a mother can do. And Crystal was like, my mother used to say the same thing when she didn't want to take responsibility for her own bullshit. Okay. All right, Crystal. When she didn't want to take responsibility for her own bullshit, yeah, she blamed other people too. I got you, girl. I got you. So Crystal leaves. She get on the bus, and then the crooked cops that Snaps and Pops was talking to that killed Famous, yeah, they arrest her and take her to jail. Okay? And that was the end of the episode. So, give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe, and comment to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.